Greetings all! Today, we will be examining the common bug-type Pokemon Kricketot and its relatively common evolution Kricketune, collectively known as the Cricket Pokémon. While Kricketot and Kricketune are classified as insects, they only possess 4 legs in total, and their overall body shape is different from what might be expected from a traditional insect, in particular being bipedal in terms of their preferred form of locomotion. Kricketot have a small, stout body with an exoskeleton pattern that resembles a large waistcoat, with a yellow belly and string-like vertical markings, a collar of material around their neck region that assists in thermoregulation and that is noticeably larger in females, small ovoid feet and spherical hands, a button-like nose, and a pair of black antennae attached to their head by a brown piece of connective material. Kricketune have a body plan that follows the same general appearance, though their bodies are more strongly colored to resemble a string instrument of some sort, and their primary antennae have moved down lower to the base of their face, looking almost like a mustache, with males possessing larger structures, in turn developing a new pair of antennae on their heads that are used for detecting minute vibrations in the air to alert them of possible oncoming predators. Their small, circular hands have changed form into a pair of thin, scythe-like appendages that they use for offense and hunting, as Kricketune are predators and will use their blade arms to slice apart their prey with ease, making them a far greater threat in and out of battle than their pre-evolved form. The members of the Kricketot family, like many bug-type Pokemon of their combat type, go through their normal life cycle rather quickly and can thus reach a fully evolved state fairly easily, but this comes at a cost in terms of their overall ability to function and survive in the wild. Because of their abnormal body shape, Kricketot are unable to easily acquire any form of direct offense in battle, only having access to the growl and bite moves at birth, and only gaining access to the struggle bug attack a little more than halfway through the normal life cycle. This is reflected in their stats as well, as they are primarily defensive in nature with weak offenses, even though what defense they do have is fairly weak in and of itself, as their exoskeletons are still rather soft. This is also reflected in their abilities, as they generally possess Shed Skin as a base ability and Run Away as their hidden ability. They can eventually gain access to the Bug Bite attack, but this is only after the point where they would normally evolve in the wild. As a result of their limited offenses, these creatures are generally herbivores, only feeding on small plants and berries that they can eat without fear of being attacked. When they reach their adult stage, however, their bodies undergo a radical transformation, and their upper limbs turn into bladed appendages that, combined with their unique body form, allow them to utilize a far more offensive line of attacks, gaining access to the Fury Cutter attack immediately upon evolving, and eventually getting access to the Absorb attack, a consequence of them draining the vital fluids from prey, and the Sing, Focus Energy, Slash, X-Scissor, Screech, Fell Stinger, Taunt, Night Slash, Sticky Web, Bug Buzz, and Perish Song moves. This can be seen in their choice of abilities, as they have a more vicious temperament and possess Swarm as their base ability, with their proficiency in using the new appendages being strong enough in some cases to also grant them Technician as a hidden ability. This is further reflected in their overall base stats, as they gain a large boost to their offensive stats and base HP and speed stats. However, much with other bug-type Pokemon that have such a rapid evolutionary life cycle, these creatures' overall stats are subpar compared to other fully evolved Pokemon, with only their base HP stat being above average for fully evolved bug-type Pokemon. As such, while they are definitely an improvement over their evolved form, Kricketune are still fairly weak and are unlikely to survive long against the assaults of more powerful Pokemon in battle. Since they are fairly weak in their base form, Kricketot generally only come out to feed during the night, skittering away to some form of shelter soon after the sun rises, and the predatory bird Pokemon that feed on them wake up from their nightly slumber. Though they might not have much to offer in terms of overall combat prowess, Kricketot do still have a special place in the hearts of music lovers for the unique physical structure. While their primary antenna might look fairly sturdy, the sensitive tissue that lines their insides is actually quite thin, so the majority of the structure is actually hollow. As a result, when these creatures trip over, something that happens quite frequently due to the legs being fairly short and stubby in form, their stiff antennae will often strike each other, producing a clacking noise similar to what one might hear from a xylophone as a result of the distinct resonating qualities of the material. This sound is quite beautiful to hear as a result of its simple, lovely tone, and it has become so popular that Kricketot are often used to make melodies for fall hallmarks in the regions of the world where they are native, endearing them to the hearts of people everywhere. Even in death, these structures retain their musical qualities, and they have been used to create gorgeous xylophones that produce some of the highest quality music that can come from such an instrument, providing Kricketot with a use beyond battle that can make keeping them around worthwhile if one is musically inclined. Kricketune are also creatures that are musically inclined in their own right, and their unique anatomy helps to make them one of the most musical of all known Pokemon. These creatures use their cries in order to communicate their emotions to others, but instead of simply speaking as most do, these insects instead allow their cries to ring out inside of a stiff, hollow pouch in their belly connected to what acts as their insectoid larynx, acting as a resonating chamber. As these creatures speak, they direct their cries inward into this chamber before it leaves through their mouths, turning their otherwise shrill cries into a beautiful melody that is a treat for people and Pokemon alike to listen to. The tone, pitch, and structure of these melodies are designed to deliver a specific emotional response or thought to the listening audience, but it has proven difficult to scientifically study and translate the melodies, as their musical characteristics are extremely complex, and these insects will often ad-lib their melodies on the fly, resulting in unique tracks that are very rarely ever the same. Only basic notes of joy, sorrow, fear, and anger have been confidently identified. Regardless, Kricketune seem to enjoy making this music and will often cross their arms across their chest when playing their tunes to help them focus, giving them the appearance of an old-school opera singer. There are even contests in the parts of the world they occupy, where owners of Kricketune will pit their Pokemon against each other to see whose Kricketune can produce the most vibrant and gorgeous melody. These sorts of contests are usually quite friendly in nature, but it is warned that they can and have gotten out of hand in the past, and should thus be approached cautiously, as poor losers that are looking for a bit of revenge can ruin all the fun if they manage to raise their Kricketune to the point of being able to learn the devastating Perish song technique, a sound that very few are ever happy to hear. Though they might not be the strongest of Pokemon out there, Kricketot and Kricketune are still adorable musical experts that can more than bring a smile to the face of anyone that is having a bad time. It might be hard to battle with them at first as a result of their limited offenses, but at the very least they can reach adulthood fairly early and make a minor impact in battle at the start of a trainer's journey. If you're looking for a brilliant composer for your next musical extravaganza though, you can't get much better than a couple of these insects in your music box. Just make sure that you pay Kricketune especially the respect they deserve with their melodies, or you'll quickly come to realize just how sharp the blades of these insect maestros can be when their craft is insulted one too many times. Thank you all for watching this video. It is always an honor to be able to speak with you all on the subject of Pokemon in a way that brings me great joy and happiness in my work. If you would like to keep tabs on past and future work, click that subscribe button, check out my work on DeviantArt, and don't be shy about following me on Twitter, where you can find pertinent announcements on upcoming work before it is officially posted. Links to both can be found in the video description. If you would like to support my work and help Miguel and I continue to produce more content for you and improve upon our presentation, please visit us at my Patreon page, which you can also find a link to in the video description. With that, I thank you for watching and I wish you well.